Hey Beauts, roll up, and welcome back to Pretty Scary, the channel that brings you easy to follow, budget-friendly special effects makeup tutorials that you can recreate at home. If you're new here, welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe. And today we have this sexy, dishevelled looking clown with a slight evil streak. So if you'd like to know how to turn yourself into this gorgeous creature, then please keep watching.
Must have opened it for ventilation during the day. Doing my best not to look out the window and to stay beneath the window line, above which someone could see me. I rolled off the couch and hugged closely.
And first of all, you start off with a white base. I'm using Snazaroo Clown White and just stippling it really messily all over the face because you don't want this clown to look nice and neat. You want her to look grungy, or him or her. And I'm really excited today because I'm using my brand new microphone, courtesy of my lovely fiance. It's one of my birthday presents because it's my birthday on Monday. So there will be no horrible sound distortions in this. Anyway, back to the tutorial. So just powdering that because it is a cream base with a white colourless face powder. Just buffing off the excess and then going in with my black diamond effects and my blue Snazaroo. So you want to start by just dabbing the blue Snazaroo just very messily around the one eye. Now you can do this clown however you want. You can do your own design or you can follow mine. It's entirely up to you. But the idea is just to messily stipple on the colours as if you're a clown, a killer clown getting ready in a hurry. So I just stippled the blue over the one eye and then around my nose, and then I took a contrasting colour, in this case bright pink, and just stippled that over my other eye. So I'm keeping to sort of the traditional clown shape there, going above and below the eye, but like I say, very messy. And I'm also stippling on the other side of the nose with the pink and also around my mouth. I then took the black diamond effects paint. This is a wax-based, water-based face paint, so it's a little darker and blacker and more intense than a normal water-based face paint. And I'm just drawing lines going up above the one eye and down below the other eye, and then just smudging those in with my finger. At the moment this is all looking a little bit of a mess, but it will come together later, I promise. And then just taking that black underneath the eyes as well. I kind of feel like a sports commentator or something with this microphone. I shall endeavour to take a picture or get somebody to take a picture of me using it at some point and post it on either my Facebook page or my Instagram. So make sure you follow me over on those. I do have a Twitter, but I forget I've got it. I tend to not really bother with it, but hey. Anyway, back to the tutorial. So now I've gone under the eyes and just smudged that in. I'm then going in with a really intense black eyeshadow and just smudging that over the top of the eye, so the eyelid. And I'm saying top of the eye like I don't know the anatomy of the face. I'm a makeup artist, for God's sake. And just smudging that in with a fluffy brush. You're wanting to create basically a really dishevelled looking smoky eye. So you can take this as intense as you want it, but the idea is not to be too accurate or too careful or precise or tidy or however many other words I can find to describe the same thing. Anyway, back to the tutorial. I seem to be digressing a lot lately. I think I'm getting distracted by this lovely new microphone. Anyway, I think that was a sound going off on my Facebook, so apologies for that noise because I'm sure it will have picked up on the microphone, my notifications coming through. Anyway, back to the tutorial, Charlotte, concentrate. Going in with some red water-based face paint and just drawing in this clown-like smile, which also looks a little bit like a Chelsea smile. I do like a good Chelsea smile. And then going in with some black liquid liner to provide a little definition for the eyes. You do want this look to be messy, but you do need some points of definition as well, which I shall go into later in the tutorial. I then took some black Blackberry M smudge stick, I think it's called, I'm not really sure, but anyway, it's the Blackberry M pencil, and line that in a waterline, lower waterline, and then I put some mascara on after curling my eyelashes. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm not doing very well at this narrating lark. You'd think I'd never done it before. Hey. Anyway, so I then put some false eyelashes on, because what's a sexy clown without some fluttery false eyelashes? And then took a nice fine artist brush and just extended those points a little. Again, keeping them quite messy and not too precise. Then using a nice firm lip brush, I painted a circle on the end of my nose. The firmness of the brush really helps you to get the circular shape. And then took that black eyeshadow from earlier and used it to define my brows. If you're going to do a messy look, one big tip is to have some anchor points, and by that I mean some areas that aren't messy, that are more defined. Otherwise you risk it just ending up looking like a mess, which isn't what you want. You want things that the eye can kind of focus in on, and then the mess around it kind of enhances it, if that makes sense. Precisely. Like I said earlier, you do need those points of definition within the look. Otherwise, if it's just all messy, it just will not look right. Anyway, now onto the lips. So I'm just taking a red liquid lipstick. This is one by Makeup Academy, very, very cheap. And just using that to paint in my lips as I would normally paint them in. Not particularly overdrawing or anything like that. Yes, I then made myself out of shot for the majority of the time I was doing whatever I was doing to my lips. I think I was going round the edges with a red lip liner, but I'm not 100% sure because it's a while since I filmed this. But they look a bit more defined, so I think that must have been what I was doing. I then took that black eyeshadow and used that to shade the inner corners, and also just going up into that sort of Chelsea smile stroke clown smile. This just added more of a grungy effect to the lips. I also put some of the black in the centre of my lips as well. And then I smudged some of the black along the edges of that Chelsea smile too. You can see the looks really coming together now with those nice intense eyes and that big red smile. I then took the same red I used to create the Chelsea smile and just smudged some underneath. The idea is that this kind of looks a bit like you've smudged the makeup, but also a little bit like blood as well. So just adds to that creepiness factor. And then just painted some on with a brush to intensify that a little bit. There's a load of people shouting out in my street. I'm hoping that's not picking up on the microphone. If it is, apologies. Then I took the end of a brush and used that to create these dots. It's far easier to use the end of a brush dipped in your paint than trying to actually use a brush tip. And then I just painted these little downward triangles going to the points because I felt this tied them in a little bit better rather than just having the points coming directly from below and above the eyes. So make sure you dry that off before you open your eyes. Now I was going to use this nice colourful wig, but then I decided that my own hair, dishevelled, not sure what happened there, my own hair dishevelled looked a lot better. I then decided to draw a haha on my chest, so I worked it out first of all with some black eyeshadow just to check where I wanted it before I drew it on. Also because I had to bear in mind that I had to draw it on kind of in reverse so that it would look right on camera. So I then painted it in with some red water-based paint, just defined the shape a little bit. Then use the black eyeshadow to define and deepen the shape even more, like I did with the Chelsea Smile. It's to kind of make it look like it's been carved into your chest. And then I just stippled some red on to look like blood. And then, my beautiful weirdos, we are done. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel loads. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and I shall see you very, very soon. See ya.